Geek Out!
Hey, and welcome to another Geek Out commentary. I'm Sam.
I'm Chris.
I'm Josh.
And it's October again, so you know what that means.
Yes! Best commentary time!
It's Halloween Horror Month, where we each pick horror movies, and then we have some bonus horror movie on the actual Halloween. I've kind of noticed, you guys pick, legitimately scary films. Mm-hmm. I tend to go with, I like legitimately scary films as much as the next guy, maybe more than the next guy, but depending on who the next guy is.
Josh.
Okay, definitely more than the next guy. But I tend to go with for these commentaries, I tend to go with the lighter. Mm-hmm. It was Shaun of the Dead, and then Army of Darkness, and now we're going with Ernest Scared Stupid.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Break up the sheer terror with a little bit of levity.
It's a good balance to have.
Yeah. Kind of a precursor, hey, kids, this is what you're in for the entire month, but then it just gets darker and scarier.
Yeah.
So, you guys have any memories of Ernest Scared Stupid?
Dude, I grew up on Ernest movies. I'm amazed that we've gone this long without sneaking an Ernest movie somehow, because I own legitimately at least 4 of them on DVD. And I'm going to totally find a way to sneak in Ernest Goes to Jail soon.
That's my favorite.
It's my favorite too.
Yeah, yes. This is a close second, but Ernest Goes to Jail is my favorite.
This is my favorite.
Cool. With the Miak.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up with Jim Varney and Ernest stuff, but the funny thing is, I don't remember actually liking any of the movies, but I grew up on them. The Christmas one's pretty funny, but
yeah,
I have that on VHS.
Yeah, I remember liking the Christmas one. Who's pulling the shit in the tree and the wires everywhere through the house. Never burn. But yeah, it's we'll see.
All right. Well, without much further ado, Chris, get us set up.
Yep. So I am rocking the DVD. If I don't know, chances are if you own this, you probably own it on VHS. So good luck trying to sync it up with us. But if you're fortunate enough to have it on DVD, or you have some sort of digital way of watching it, I'm sure it's online somewhere. We have it all queued up and ready to go. Counters on all zeros on the film itself. I will give you a countdown and tell you to hit play in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play. Is Touchstone still around? I feel like I haven't seen that logo in modern movies.
I think because it was I believe Buena Vista. I think it was a subsidiary of a bigger studio, and they discontinued the studio, unfortunately. Kind of
like Orion.
Yeah, or Canon.
Well, they went bankrupt.
Yeah, so did Canon. So did Carol Co.
Yeah.
TriStar got picked up by Sony. And there he is.
One of the greatest character actors of our day.
Just rubber-faced.
Yeah. You guys know the story with Ernest, right? How he started out as he's actually a classically Shakespearean trained actor, Jim Varney is. And then he created this Ernest character for these series of commercials that he did down in the Carolinas, I think it was.
There's some for stuff in Virginia too.
Yeah, no, he ended up, it was so popular that he ended up doing stuff all over the place. He McLean Chevrolet or McLean Toyota, I think, has a commercial with him, which is cool. I've tried to track it down, but it's hard to get his specific commercials. But so that became so popular that he actually got Saturday morning cartoon show. And then from that, he got, I think Ernest Goes to Camp is the first one. And then ended up doing somewhere in the vicinity of 10 movies. A couple years ago, I actually went and watched all of them for funsies. And they're all pretty good, but I still got to give it to Goes to Jail. And then Scared Stupid is my second favorite. Yeah.
Real horror. I love Jim Varney. He also did Slinky Dog and Toy Story, right?
Yes, he did.
I think he's great and funny, but I don't know. I remember at military school one time somebody mailed one of the cadets an Ernest movie, and we all sat down and watched it.
The In the Army Now, or
probably, yeah. And I remember just being like,
Ernest direct-to-video one.
Yeah.
I don't like this one.
Or Ernest joins the army, or whatever it is.
But I just think his dedication to that character is pretty fucking great.
Yeah.
Like Chris was saying, there's 10 movies, and it wasn't it was over a course of 15 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't just blah, 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 like every 3 months or something like that.
And for me, there's like, I kind of get this with like Army of Darkness. I kind of get this with some of the Troma movies too. There's kind of like this like distinctly like early '90s feel that no other like franchise can quite do for me. And for some reason, this basically, if it takes place in a small town and there's a general store, like in this period, it's going to do it for me.
I like that she can't quite stop smiling.
And that she almost got netted with a troll.
Get the chainsaw.
Chains over.
I mean,
Andrew Jackson, Jim Varney.
Yeah.
ground didn't look that damp.
I guess now that I think about it, like the Nightmare films kind of have that late '80s, early '90s because they were released in the late '80s and early '90s as well.
Oh man, look at that kid's undercut. That's 90s.
Yeah, this is so '90s, man.
I remember having that haircut.
Did Jim Varney direct any of the Ernest movies?
Not that I know of.
Scareglow in the background. The second best skeleton-related He-Man character. So fucking good.
I love his crazy inventions too. Like that was always a big thing with his movies.
This one, if I remember correctly, is the only one where he has like alternate personas within Ernest. Like he'll turn into like a fucking old lady or like Genghis Khan and stuff.
He does the old lady and goes to jail. Yeah. And he also plays two different characters and goes to jail too. Yeah. He plays evil Ernest, but who actually is a different character. I just can't remember what his name is, but it's just a guy that looks like Ernest. But no, that was another big thing that he did. Like he was, like I said, he was big on character acting. So he would play different characters, or like for seemingly no reason, dress up and act like different people within the movie. According to IMDb, he does not have any directing credits.
Okay.
He was in the Beverly Hills Billy movies. Beverly Hills Billy. That, you know what I mean. He
was Jed Clampett in the Beverly Hills movies. Beverly Hillbillies.
Yeah.
Yes.
Easy for you to say. Yes.
I have a feeling we're going to get a hell of a lot thinner.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Ooh, he was in the Three Ninjas High Noon at Mega Mountain movie with Hulk Hogan. One thing I always liked about Ernest was that he looks a lot like my grandfather. Except my grandfather doesn't make goofy faces. Wonder where these kids are now.
You can get a DVD with all the Ernest commercials too.
Yeah. I've thought about grabbing one of those.
My dad has. Yeah.
Well, apparently she's been in a decent number of things, but the little boy, this is like the only movie he's ever been in.
I wonder how much like Eartha Kitt was thinking to herself during this film. I used to be Catwoman.
I mean, I know I think that all the time. I mean, I do really like her character design.
I think the last thing I know Eartha Kitt for, I think, was Emperor's New Groove.
Oh, yeah, she was the what's her name?
Isma.
Yes. You know, she might have been thinking I used to be Catwoman, but she still gave this role everything. Just like 110%. Sorry, there was a fly, and I accidentally hit my microphone instead of swatting it. They're like Bulk and Skull. They even have a theme similar to Bulk and Skull's theme.
Did this come out before? This came out before '94, though.
I'm sure. Hell, that kid with the mullet could be Bulk. I don't think it's that old, but
I feel like this is like '91.
feels right. Yep, October 11th, 1991.
So this is the 25th anniversary of Ernest Scared Stupid.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Ernest Scared Stupid. There you go.
It's basically his character from the
Yeah.
Beverly Hillbillies. It's like Charlton Copley and Hardcore Henry
Yeah.
before Charlton Copley and Hardcore Henry.
The first movie that Ernest was featured in after all the commercials had come out was Dr. Otto and the Riddle of the Gloom Beam.
The riddle of the model.
I just saw it on his IMDb list because that's how I remembered it. But but I watched it and it was like Ernest is only in it for like 5 minutes because it was before they had really figured out that Ernest was the key and like he was just like still playing around with his character acting, and it's basically just an entire movie like that scene, but like he spends a couple minutes in each character, not just back and forth, bang 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 bang. Like how the glass broke before it hit.
The impregnant.
Hey, so Jake, you like Wyatt Earp, right?
Yes.
So Jim Varney was in a TV show and movie called The Rousters, which follows the exploits of Wyatt Earp's descendants.
Interesting.
Yeah. In fact, Jim Varney plays Evan Earp.
Good old Evan.
Yeah, think I know what I'm getting you for your next birthday.
He was born in Kentucky like me. Interesting. Jim Varney.
That really would be the beast location for a treehouse, even if it looks like Carcosa.
Sarah Chalk made one of her film debuts in one of his movies.
Nice.
Ernest Goes to School. In fact, one of my not to make it sound like I'm bragging, but one of my most popular tweets was I say that because every once in a while I still get a notification that someone's favorited it or retweeted it, but I was tweeting at her like a picture, a screen grab of her like in carrying a tuba in the marching band at the school, and I'm like, oh my god, she's in an Ernest movie, and she replies with, it's like I was like 14 and knew how to play the tuba. It was so cool. Jim Varney rocked.
Nice.
Yeah.
Are you still at the Sarah Chalk stuff in How I Met Your Mother?
I haven't got there. I'm still in season 2.
Uh-huh.
I will say, at the time of this, not filming but recording, are the Emmys, and guess who just won Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Comedy Series?
Was it Sarah Chalk?
Kate McKinnon for
Yeah.
SNL.
Nice.
Nice.
Observe.
Ugh.
I actually don't think I've actually ever seen this movie. I know that I've seen the Ernest the Army one in the Army Army one.
Ernest in the Army.
Ernest in the Army, and the Christmas one I actually like. It's probably my favorite one.
Ernest Saves Christmas.
Yeah, just for when he goes over to Vern's house and just destroys it. Sorry, Vern.
The end of this movie is one of those moments where I wish I was in the movie. Like, it must have been so fun to film.
Mm.
Kind of like the end of March of the Wooden Soldiers, where the wooden soldiers march.
This is great. This is great. Frasier.
Catwoman.
Yeah.
Spooky.
You guys ever have a treehouse?
Nope.
Nope.
I mean, me neither.
Kid looks like a young Rob Liefeld.
I've seen Rob Liefeld's kids. It's a waste of a perfectly good pizza.
Yeah. And canned food. All these kids, no matter what, they still all just look like they're having one hell of a time.
Yeah. To have been part of the Ernest Scared Stupid production as a child.
So I would have loved it.
Ho ho ho, ho ho.
Even though it was clearly you.
Murdoch, I'm coming for you.
That shot of his of him flexing while he grabs the microphone.
Murdoch, like lightning thunderstruck.
Cuts to Charles Napier's face, and he's just like,
I fucked up. I fucked up. And remember the end when he's getting choked down? He's like, "There's more of them. Find them." And right before he says, "Or I'll find you," Murdoch makes this noise, and he goes, "Ah!" with his face, just collapsing in on himself. My favorite thing about Ernest is his voice. I fucking love just how with ease he goes in and out of the voices, and it's all over the place. You can never tell exactly where he's going to go.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
That's my favorite.
Guys, it.
They were actually in production of a new Ernest movie, or like pre-production, like not even like filming yet, when he passed away, and they thought about finding a new actor to play Ernest and changing it to maybe be like son of Ernest or something like that. Clearly never happened.
Yeah. For the best, I would say.
Yeah. As much as I would love another Ernest movie, I can't think of anyone who could take the Ernest mantle.
Woody Harrelson.
Yeah.
Now that you think about it.
Matthew McConaughey.
His face isn't as rubbery as Harrelson's, though.
Nah.
I would like to see Woody Harrelson star and it directed by Werner Herzog.
Yeah. This is where we focus on his existential pain.
And then his internal pain.
And then his outward pain.
With the ears. That's a good line. I sure hope you're from Keebler. That was good. Look at that. Look good.
Miak. That's how I walk.
They're eating her. They're going to eat me next. Oh my God.
I have that movie on VHS too.
We should do that.
Yeah.
I was half tempted to recommend Josh pick Tremors.
Oh. Have you seen Tremors? Oh, shit.
Real time.
For some reason,
Oh, shit. What the fuck?
he turns them into wooden
wooden
dolls.
That's crazy.
I was about to say, haven't you seen this? And I was like, oh yeah, we just went over that. Yeah. You haven't, or you don't think
Either
you
that
have.
or that would have been the time where I was like, I definitely don't remember that shit.
That profile picture right there.
Is
Yeah,
that our
seriously.
cover photo for Halloween Horror Month?
Yes.
I hope so.
Yes.
I was originally
Either
gonna,
that or the chainsaw in the face at the end of Evil Dead. But I feel like that would be a little more appropriate.
Spoilers.
I was originally going to.
The chainsaw in Evil Dead.
Yeah, I was originally going to say the Season of the Witch poster, where it's just the kids walking
Oh,
the trick-or-treaters. I always like that poster.
It's a good poster.
It's an look. There are worse Halloween movies than Halloween 3.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
There's Halloween Resurrection.
there is a
Where it's canon that Busta Rhymes is stronger than Michael Myers.
Yeah.
there's smorgasbord of
The last Halloween.
fucking bad horror movies out there.
The last Halloween where Jake and I were living together, there was a block party, and I went out to talk with the neighbors, and the entirety of the block party, Jake watched Halloween Resurrection.
Halloween Resurrection and Evil Dead.
It's actually the stuntman just breathing. It's like, oh, fuck.
That's actually me breathing.
That's how I walk.
Hello, I have child. Do you? No.
It's like a Jim Henson reject.
Snot bubbles.
He's got the weird, like, the tree shits like avocado men.
Yeah. Isn't that how avocados are grown?
Yeah.
Isn't that why I have an aversion to avocados? She's
I've
still got
become a
legs.
Big fan of avocados lately, actually.
Yeah. I feel like this whole movie is slightly undercranked too, just to give it like a more kinetic look.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it. I'm just pointing it out.
Like a frame rate of like 18.
Yeah. Yeah. That's nice place you got here.
That's
Lots of room.
That's how Josh walks.
I feel like the face that he was giving you was him saying that, just not actually using the microphone to say it.
Well, heaven forbid.
Richard Crenna.
But this is the commentaries where Josh signs.
He can use the microphones.
Yeah.
Sometimes he just needs a little encouragement, man.
He's not wrong.
You can do it, just me and you.
It's all right.
With a little help, we can work it out. We can make this whole damn thing. Little Macca for you. Little Macca for you.
It's all right. The way that Eartha Kitt runs around, that's how Jake walks.
I've been waiting.
That's a pretty neat fan art poster.
You got the Jim Varney face down.
Yeah. I'm going to save that. Ooh.
Oh.
Seventh son of a seventh son. Seventh son of a seventh son.
Seventh son of a seventh son.
Seventh son of a seventh son. That is the title track of Seventh Son of a Seventh Son from Iron Maiden's Seventh Son of a Seventh Son.
The Great Redneck Hope. I guess that's a good way to like summarize Ernest in a
Yeah.
pretty much.
yeah.
If he'd ever done a Star Wars film,
That's the Great Redneck Hope. Episode 8.
Someone Photoshop, and by that I mean I'll Photoshop later, I'm sure. Ernest with a lightsaber.
I'm sure that's probably a thing.
Probably.
Super Saiyan Ernest.
Let's find out.
Oh.
I feel like the small town set they use for every movie in this period is the small town set they use for every movie in this period.
Yeah, like that is Halloween Town.
Yeah. And this sequence looks about trauma quality.
But like modern day trauma. High budget trauma.
If such a thing can exist. I guess high for them.
Yeah, relatively speaking.
Well, it doesn't seem like Ernest with a lightsaber is something that other people were thinking about. The YouTubes.
Well, then they're
Or
thinking wrong.
The Googles. The Googles.
The Googles.
Let me educate you.
Let me tell you a story.
I'll learn you real good.
How you like me now?
How you like me now?
God, give me strength.
God, give me strength. Somebody say a prayer for me.
There it is.
Trolls. So is my dad.
What's Johnny doing out on a Tuesday night?
Is this Stranger Things before Stranger Things?
Yep.
Yep.
That's if we ever talk to the brothers, they'd be like, "Yeah, no, we're totally riffing on Ernest Scared Stupid."
You guys are the first ones to notice.
Oh, you did it. You fucking did it.
I almost bought the theme on iTunes, and I was like, "It's just the theme."
It's
like 50 seconds.
Yeah. It's still fucking dope. Master of None won Best Writing for a comedy series.
Oh, I love that show. That
I
was
still have yet to watch that.
It's
I need to.
great, man.
But I'm done with 9 seasons of... And when I say I'm rewatching How I Met Your Mother, like, I'm watching every episode. Like, Frasier and Scrubs and all that stuff, I've seen it before, so I can just put it on the background and have it kind of play.
Same thing with Star Trek for me.
Yeah, and The Office. I'm actually restarting The Office. But, like, I want to just sit and watch every episode of How I Met Your Mother again, or some of them for the first time. That's true. That would have been Pantera's last album.
How do I get you alone?
Mm-hmm.
What about love?
What about it? Do it.
Somebody should be that for Halloween.
Oh,
Yes.
shit.
Jinx's boyfriend Wes already does an Ernest.
Oh.
Yeah, he did it. He did. They were at what were they at Baltimore Comic-Con this past month, and he was Ernest one of the days. And I was like, "You need to do Magnetic Ernest from Ernest Goes to Jail," and he was like, "Already in the plans for next year." And I was like, "Yes."
Yeah.
So I should definitely suggest that for.
Anybody notice that Trantor has like 2 noses?
I didn't even know he had a name.
Okay.
But yes, I did notice. That is something that I knew a while ago, that he had 2 noses. But
This poor
the name.
bastard.
That's why you never go skateboarding near the creepy lady's house. She's got trolls.
I got trolls.
In different area codes. Area codes.
Trolls.
The kid had to pay the troll toll to get that boy's hole. It was intentional, Josh. It's a reference to It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Is that some way of saying that she's like on her period?
Yes.
You know what he means.
You know what I mean?
I love that they kind of drew Isma to look like Eartha Kitt.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
What's her name? Lee Merriweather would say that she thought Eartha Kitt was the best Catwoman. I'm a Julie Newmar person myself. Of the 3 from the Adam West era.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
I know it wasn't Eartha Kitt, but I forget which one it was in the movie. Was that Lee?
Yeah, that's Lee Merriweather.
Yeah. I was always more partial to her, but that's mostly because I have the most exposure to the movie versus any episode. Ugh.
That's right. If you think about it, cable is still kind of a novelty.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not every household in 1991 is guaranteed fucking cable.
Yeah, and you only had like 60 to 100
I
channels.
think we had like around a little over 100.
Yeah.
I didn't get it until like 92.
Yeah. I know MTV, which was a premium channel at the time, was channel 112 for us here in the Media General cable coverage at the time.
Do it.
I hate us.
We're not on a hiatus. We're on an I hate us.
I don't know if that makes me love you more or hate you more, but there's definitely more.
I don't know what that says, but it says everything.
Yeah, exactly. I need that on like a t-shirt or a motivational poster. Mm.
I gotta say, I must be a noble sacrifice for those kids. They're not trick or treating on Halloween.
Yeah. There's something under the bed.
That means he had to like lay down and just like wait. Like,
Yeah. He's like, silently.
Isn't that what you do?
Silently.
sometimes the old ways are best. I'm thinking at the end of Skyfall when Kincaid like pulls out the knife, just like sometimes the old ways as he like gargles on his neck juices.
Neck juices.
Come with me. Why did I just Start singing that song.
I don't know.
Oh Christ, I don't know.
And he's dead.
Roll credits. I do kind of wish I grew up in like a small town, you know?
Yeah.
The kind where you could like bike around and like, you know, I guess just bike around.
You know, where you could just bike around and bike around.
Yeah, everything lived out of biking distance for me. Or
Yeah.
existed out of biking distance. Now he's dead.
There's a psycho cue right there.
Well, that was unfortunate.
Yeah, well. I do like how he kind of like mimics people, like
Yeah.
vocally. It's kind of almost Freddy Krueger-esque. But he's not Freddy Krueger. Let's be fucking serious.
If only.
Oh, stunts.
Bumblebee Man not having it. Bumblebee Man ain't having it. I want to boot up some NES games after this because,
You're in a 90s kind of mood.
yeah, 90s state of mind. Even though by the time this movie came out, so did the Super Nintendo. My thinking face from now on will be the Chris Pine thinking face, or whatever that face is.
I know what one you're talking about. Certain death. Ooh, kids for free.
Yes, he unintentionally also came up with like the perfect pedophile trap too.
Yeah. Oh, do you have the fly near you now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Fucking gold blue.
Yeah, how has nobody picked that one? Oh, that's right. I don't expect Josh to pick the fly.
I actually love the both versions. I actually love a lot
Yeah.
for different reasons, obviously.
Return the fly.
Return the fly with Vincent Price. Return of the Price. Dun, 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 dun. Or Ratfink, where he just spells out Ratfink. If you want to see, I think, the epitome of what I love about the Misfits, there's a great live video of them with like Danzig back in the day performing We Are 138, where it's, if you've ever heard the song, it starts off pretty normal. We are 138. But by the time it kicks into like the punk rock, just craziest at the end, the entire crowd jumps on stage and then they just engulf the Misfits and like you can barely hear anything and it's just chaos. And I was like, there you go. It is young Rob Liefeld, by the way. That shot, I was like, oh. Well, I saw you posted on Twitter. I didn't realize it was you. And I was flipping through. I was like, oh my God, somebody else made the same realization. Oh, okay.
How is it that someone else made the exact same realization?
How do I get you?
That's not Deadpool.
Yeah, I shoot him just to be safe.
They are kids.
Yo, who else is going to pick up your trash? Because he's the only truck I've seen driving around.
That guy's not going to pick up his trash for sure.
I think I still remember my Blockbuster card number. 42483. I think that was the end of the. I had a bunch. I had like 4 Blockbuster cards.
42943630, something like that.
I just remember like the last part of it was.
Well, yeah, because that was your employee number.
Oh, so no, 4283. Yeah, 4283, and then like
the first couple numbers is which.
That's right.
Which
location?
Blockbuster you signed up at?
2912. Yeah, I have so many of my Blockbuster cards. Because I had to work at a bunch of different ones. So there's somewhere I saved them.
Yeah. Store number 1428. Oh, 36530.
The Blockbuster Chronicles.
A small dog biting you?
Who doesn't need that?
That was the best part of the movie so far, by the way.
Seth MacFarlane saw that and he was like, I can make an entire TV show based on that idea. Just cutting away to nonsensical things. And he made a fortune. Look at that. Calling out Stranger Things and Family Guy. What other shows just blatantly stole from Ernest Scared Stupid? Star Wars.
Maybe Inspector Gadget with a Dr. Claw voice.
Yeah.
Are You Afraid of the Dark? Definitely stole from this movie.
Stupid. I'll get you next time, Ernest. Next time. Ew.
Yes.
Actually, oddly enough, I don't mind Brussels sprouts.
Best troll defense. Car door.
Mm-hmm. He didn't even notice either.
Yeah.
Where's he been hiding that this entire time?
You don't want to know.
Wow, that was pretty deep.
Car door doesn't help anymore, Josh.
Had a one-time use.
Who's driving the car?
The dog.
Oh!
Yeah, that dog's a better driver than I am.
Yeah. Probably can do a manual transmission, too.
Well, he's sure as shit a better driver than I am then.
Smart dog. That's not how you put it in reverse.
Knocks his head off. Look on the film ends.
Roll credits.
Way to go, Rimshot. You killed him.
This big bloody mess
Yeah.
on the road.
What did we learn today, kids?
Always run over your adversaries.
Run over your problems with the bumper.
And eat your vitamins.
Yeah. Eat your vitamin penis.
Please don't say that to kids.
Yeah, don't do that. Sure.
Ooh.
Where's my Dynamite reboot of Ernest with Alex Ross covers?
Oh.
Written by Kyle Higgins.
I would love to just see an Alex Ross portrait of like Ernest doing the face. That's it. If Alex Ross is doing commissions ever, that's what I'm asking. So it's never gonna happen.
He comes out of he does that one time. He asks one person, "You're the lucky one." You're like Ernest, and he's like, "The fuck? I've never done Ernest before." So.
I love the fact that she just has a comically oversized can opener made out of tinfoil. I wonder if MIAC is actually a thing. It's all right. I have a handheld computer.
It's just like Hocus Pocus.
Don't you love that movie, Josh?
Josh,
do you
love
Hocus Pocus? Sarah, Jessica Parker's in it.
Oh God.
So is Bette Midler.
So is Doug Jones.
Yeah, he is. We love Doug Jones.
We do. That should be a special series.
Yeah, can we do a Doug Jones
We've already
series?
done his first movie.
Yeah.
Batman Josh. Yeah, Doug Jones is in Batman Returns, Josh. Don't you remember that? Please say something, Josh. Please.
Are you okay, Jake?
Help me, Josh. Help me, Josh.
Help
me, Joshua.
Josh, I'm your entertainments. Coming to roost.
I thought they always sounded happier than that.
Josh, I'm the living incarnation of the Arkham Knight Batmobile.
Look at that fucking outfit. How do I get you alone?
Oh, even Five Nights at Freddy's stole from this too.
Yeah, boom.
Bro.
Got him. Taking him to task.
Everything.
And Inspector Gadget.
Everything begins and ends
With
Ernest Scared Stupid.
Mommy, I'm sorry.
So the only real question then is, why isn't this your favorite Ernest movie?
Because I keep wanting to say Jason goes to jail. Because
That'd
Ernest
be
goes
good.
Yeah, it would.
Dude, he would wipe them the fuck out.
It's like, you think the Terminator fucking wiped him out? Nah, son. Nah, son.
Bruh.
Nah.
Jason in jail. Jason in jail.
Hey, it's almost Ninja Turtle.
Is he saying Trollo?
Could be.
Is that like you only troll once?
Yes.
Once you troll, you don't
I don't know
go.
what that guy's supposed to be. He doesn't even turn him into a doll. He just fucking like eats him and like, oh no.
Yeah, he's like, I got hit with a fucking bumper earlier.
Yeah.
I was being nice. So now you die.
Yeah.
You fucking
I can totally get my
die.
fifth child somewhere else. You're just food.
Yeah. Yeah. Did I tell you guys that I quoted a tweet on Twitter
On the Twitter?
from Tums and they liked it.
Oh.
What was the tweet?
One moment, please.
He is Elvis.
So Tums tweeted, "Follow me on Twitter while I live tweet tonight's sports game. Can't get specific for legal reasons. Hashtag pass the Tums." And their picture is a giant piece of bacon wearing a Tums hat with earphones. And it says, "You miss 100% of the wings you don't eat, Coach Bacon." And I said, "This is my favorite tweet of all time." Also, I use Tums, which I do. I have Tums in my pocket. No, they don't. I thought I had the chewable Tums. I don't.
Liar.
But I have severely bad heartburn. But they liked it. So there you go.
Nice.
There you go.
Did he call him rim job by accident?
Or on purpose.
Sorry, the ears.
Semen. Just
It's
Covered in
I'm Willie
semen.
Beam.
It's one weakness. Semen.
That's the Ernest that I want to cosplay as. Ernest covered in semen.
Well, we have the ultimate weapon against trolls then. Sam.
Infinite ammo.
Light him up.
Hello, boys.
Here are my friends.
Like, it's supposed to be his dog, but that doesn't look like
No,
a dog.
it doesn't.
Like, it's
just a blob.
like an alligator without a head. It's like a snake with feet. It's a piece of shit. It just gets dark.
Yeah, right.
It's like, Ernest, it's a kid movie. You can't say that.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Give me your goddamn 6-shooter. We're going hunting. Oh, yes. We're going hunting. Don't do it. Okay. I thought he was going to lick it off his finger. I'd be like, come on, dude.
That guy that said a tree in the Hackmore place spent maybe 30 minutes in makeup and in costume as a giant bird, and that's probably the only line of recorded dialogue he has on film in his entire life.
I would die happy.
Yeah. I would do it. Fuck it. Beats what I got so far. But so does he.
Poor kid's never getting that bike back.
Do they? Dogs are pretty good at swimming. Granted, wooden dog is not going to sink, but
You didn't answer him.
You draw a cable like this.
Miak.
Any Bulgarian Miak?
No.
He created his army.
Of evil avocados.
Yes. Avocados at law.
He goes flying through the windshield into the tree. Roll credits.
It's like that scene in Lord of the Rings where the Uruk-hai hatch out of the earth.
Yet another series that just blatantly ripped off Ernest. Lord of the Rings movie and the book. Because it was all multiple. Ugh. As it's clearly not doing the trick.
He skipped leg day.
Basically, all the rejected Jim Henson designs are the Troll Army. He pulls out the shotgun again, like, I'm fucking serious.
I want your skulls. He was definitely knocking cottage cheese into his basket.
I want your skull. Supposedly Rick Remender's favorite Misfits song.
It's a damn good one.
I asked him in a tweet. That's what he said.
I talked to Remender. I hope he's at New York.
Little Queen.
If you think about it, like, in like, what, 2.5 weeks?
Mm-hmm.
New York.
New York.
By the time you hear this...
We'll have been back.
No, we'll have... It's the week we go.
Ah.
Provided this is the first one we post.
Who knows? We don't.
Yeah. You'll find out with us. Actually, we'll know before you. Come on. I hope.
I won't.
Yeah, well,
I won't. Even though I'm the one that uploads them, I won't know.
Yeah. I mean, you could just check.
Where's the fun in that?
Pretty sure that's how a Cannibal Corpse album starts.
It's pretty miraculous that nobody's fucking, like, eviscerated. But then again, children's film, but just the law of averages would be against it. And the fact that they're still fucking dressed up for Halloween.
Whoa. South Park? They did it before South Park?
Yeah.
I respect my authority.
It's the sound. It's the whatever that was. And he's fucking dead. And so is she. Hey, it was the Mask of the Red Death.
Oh.
Presumably about to get killed. If this was Labyrinth, it would be awesome. Because then you'd get David Bowie leading them. Man, B-Man is having none of it.
I would say Caddyshack beat him in that.
Should have picked that for my Halloween pick.
Caddyshack?
Caddyshack?
Oh, I would have been all about that. Even if it doesn't follow any of the rules. If it's Caddyshack, I'll take it. I fucking love it. So much.
Wonder what young Ernest there is doing nowadays.
Not quitting.
He never knew when to quit.
Still not getting that bike back.
Of Alfredo Garcia. Oh,
We still need to watch that.
We do. I gotta find out if I owe you $7 or not. Or is it 8?
I don't, something like that.
It totally looks like they just axed him. I used to have a Super Soaker just like that. The lime green with a green tank and orange barrel.
Me too. Did you ever fill it with milk and go after trolls?
No. They get turned into piles of shit.
Is that what your piles of shit look like?
Yeah, that's why I don't let anybody in the bathroom.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, they look. It kind of looks like Doom, you know, when
Yeah.
like they just basically fall apart. For some reason, Trantor reminds me of Gene Simmons, and I can't figure out why.
Because he's so short.
And hairy and unpleasant. Like, this just had to be fucking fun, running around, shooting Muppet men with Super Soakers.
I know, I'm having fun just watching.
Do you make that same expression too, Sam, after you've taken a shit?
During.
Both. That wasn't scripted. That just happened.
I used to be Catwoman.
Crucify him. Give us Barabbas.
Sure, why not?
I don't.
Was this The Thing? Oh, take that, John Carpenter stealing from Ernest Scared Stupid.
I don't know what the. It's just like the horn's okay then.
You thought this was my final form?
The horns and the claws make sense, but the whatever the fuck else, the wiggly things out of his head. Gonna get your head sprung.
I'm not a Ninja Turtle.
For contractual reasons, I can't be a Ninja Turtle. I mean, this would be the Turtles' heyday, right?
Yeah.
Secret of the Ooze came out earlier this year. I don't know why the random caveman's humping the police car, but just go with it.
The real question is, why aren't you?
Give me a police car right now.
Good.
Come on, just roll the credits. Don't listen to Catwoman.
Yeah, she's like actually like speaking to the cast. It's like, didn't anybody read the pages? We still have like 10 pages to go.
He drank all of it.
Acting. All right, I'm gonna have to act like I'm gonna have to need you to act like your kid just got turned into a wooden doll in front of your eyes. Oh.
No, just a little more emotion.
And action.
Doomsday?
Doomsday with penis things.
Vitamin peanut.
He took his vitamin penis.
Vitamin Peen.
Gotta have time for your vitamins.
The kid already tried that. You want to get nuts? Ah.
You did it.
I want that dog dead.
It's the fly.
Of course, if anybody else calls you beast, I'll rip their lungs out.
She's remembering back to the days when she used to be Catwoman.
There. That's the Alex Ross portrait. Ugh, slime and all. Whoa.
Okay.
Kids movie,
Okay.
guys. Kids movie.
Not a squeaker.
At this rate, that means next year's Halloween horror pick by me would be The Ghost and Mr. Chicken.
Oh, God. I don't know what that is, but
Sounds terrible.
yeah.
I guess there's always Gremlins. Or Gremlins 2. Or Critters.
Gremlins 2 has Christopher Lee in it.
Yes. Couldn't think of anything.
Her butt's wet. I thought I lost you, boy.
I thought you did too, sir. It's got the beginning of a rat tail. You want to nip that in the bud.
Not in 1991. You let that grow.
Look at that wig made out of toilet paper rolls. That's fantastic.
The colonial children. This other chick is randomly in the way.
Other kids.
There's this thing called the Game Boy. It's awesome.
Super Nintendo. You love it.
Yeah. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers will be here in 3 years. She knows.
She used to be Catwoman. She knows.
Next year, Tim Burton will direct the greatest Batman movie.
Yeah, he will.
It's Josh Williamson's favorite Batman movie.
Well, he has good taste.
But not Kyle Higgins.
Yeah, we know where Kyle Higgins stands.
We should have a Higgins-Williamson debate. It would be like our Lincoln Douglas. Or Frost Nixon. Higgins/Williamson.
Yeah.
When the president does it, it's not illegal.
Yeah.
when Higgins does it, it's not illegal.
I'm watching this man fuck his dog.
Just like, fuck it, I used to be Catwoman.
And that's how it ends. With Ernest P. Worrell fucking his canine. What did you guys think of it?
Eartha Kitt.
Gents?
I love Jim Varney, but I did not love this movie. Not one bit.
Oh, it was wonderful. It was wonderful.
Those poor trolls.
You go into this sympathizing with the trolls. Oh, man. I mean, look, for me, the Ernest movies tend to be more miss than hit, but there's a nostalgic quality to them, and especially with this and Goes to Jail, and to like the second tier would be like Saves Christmas and Goes to Camp. And then everything else is like, what is this? But yeah,
Goes to school, you got Sarah Chalk.
yeah. But man, yeah, it's a little blast down memory lane for me. So I guess this either kicks off or continues Halloween Horror Month this year. We'll be back with somebody else's pick next week. This has been another Geek Out commentary. I'm Sam.
I'm Chris.
I'm Jake.
I'm Josh.
Happy Halloween. This has been another Geek Out production. If you enjoyed what you heard, hey, we've got a new commentary every Monday. We've got a special episode every Friday. Of course, there's the usual catching up show every Wednesday. And you get book club episodes just about every Tuesday these days. Thanks for listening.